All right, I got to ask you a question. This is something that I'm personally dealing with myself. I want to ask you this question. Do you feel like you work, like have you ever had these days where you work really hard all day long and it feels like you're just bouncing from one thing to the next and you're just rocking it and you're just pushing, right? But then right before you go to bed, you have this feeling of like you haven't done actually accomplished anything, like you haven't actually done anything really. If you ever feel like that, it's the worst thing. I'm going through it right now, and I want to share something with you that I learned that's going to help. But here's the thing. Here's what happened for me yesterday, right? So I've spent the last two, first real quick before I go to yesterday, I spent the last 2 years, right, developing myself and learning some things that are really going to help a lot of people. I paid the price. I really, coach thousands of people even for free just to understand how to help people be who they are with everything they do. And over the last 2 years, I've worked with a lot of people and I've learned a lot of things, and I've synthesized all the lessons I learned with real people, thousands of people. I've synthesized it into an audiobook. And this audiobook is a little over 4 hours long, and it's just amazing. And so yesterday, as the recording of this video, I launched that audiobook. And I didn't do it publicly on Facebook, or I didn't make a big stink about it anywhere. I didn't market it hardcore. I just sent it to my email list. And within a day, I had over 50 people purchase the audiobook. And it's already a success, even though we haven't officially launched it quite yet as we're recording this video. But the audiobook came out, and I was getting messages from people, a few people who were having trouble, logging in, creating passwords, and so on. And it kind of took up part of my day, which was responding to these messages for these tech issues. And so I worked very hard yesterday. But at the end of the day, I felt like I didn't really accomplish anything. And so this morning, when I went on my morning walk, I'm like looking at this from a bigger perspective and try to understand, how do I handle this? How do I massively produce? Like, my goal is to get 1,000 people to buy this audiobook in just the next few days. Now, again, I haven't quite pushed it or marketed it just yet. I'm about to do that. But how do I get 1,000 people to do that? Now, I've got a plan, and it's going to happen. But here's my thought is, what if 1,000 people buy this audiobook and I spend all day long responding to people who are having trouble setting up passwords? Now, there's really nothing wrong with my system. It works perfectly. It's just some people just don't get it, and it's totally cool. But that kind of put me into a kind of a problem, right? Think about that. Like, it put me into a place where I'm like, the more I expand, the less I create freedom for myself. That's not the goal here. You see, I want you to think about this. Think about all the things you do all day long. Are you working to create space for yourself, or are you just working to create more work? Right? And this is where we have to stop and ask ourselves, look at every single thing you do all day. And this is my biggest tip for you that's going to help you today. And then what I want to do is I want to share with you a video on how to use your strengths to do this. So this tip I want to share with you is, look at everything you do all day. This is what I did for myself. And I asked, and ask yourself the same thing I asked myself is, how much of your day is responding to the needs of the moment? Right? Think about that. How much of your day is about you responding to the needs of the moment? All right. What happened was, for me, and probably for you, if you're spending more than 30 or 40% of your day responding to the needs of the moment, then what's happening to you is the same thing that happened to me, right? Is I have created chaos by thinking things need to be complicated. That's the deal, right? I've created chaos because I thought things need to be complicated in order to expand into great things, right? So I have like this vision of this goal to bring 3,000 more people to my private group and so on. I've got these massive goals. And I think because I have these massive goals, I need to have massive complications, make things complicated. And the truth is that you and I and all of us, if we could just figure out a way to make things simple, then we give our mind and our body space for clarity and creation. Does that make sense? The more simple we make things, we create space. So here's my first tip I want to give you is to look at your calendar, look at what you got going on for the next 5 to 6 days, and start looking for ways to create space. book time with yourself, right? Book an hour, 2 hours, or even 3 hours or more, where you just spend time with you, creating things that are simple, right? Giving yourself space to handle stress and so on, right? And then what I'm going to ask you to do is take a look at now, if you haven't taken the Clifton Strengths Test yet, you need to go take it. So go to gallup.com and take the strengths assessment, find out your infinitely unique combination of strengths, the combination of strengths that nobody else in the world could possibly have, that only you could have, and then learn how to just be you with everything you do so you can create that simplicity and eliminate the chaos of complexity, if you will, right? So what you want to do is you want to apply your strengths to do that. That's my big tip for you. It's already had a big shift for me this morning. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play you a short pre-recorded video where I broke down another person's strengths report. And that way you get to see how this works. My friends, this whole idea of knowing who you are with your strengths is about making things simple, so that you have the opportunity to create space, right? Create space and freedom to think and learn and apply. Have an awesome day. Enjoy the video. We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. So let's do this. I'm super pumped. Can't wait. Let's get started. The first one I'm going to share with you today is an awesome one. And by the way, these are anonymous. I'm not going to give anyone's names. I just want you all to see how I see the world. And it doesn't really matter if this person's male, female, young, old, whatever race, it doesn't really matter. That's what I want you to see. That's how I see the world. I see the world as everybody is individually unique, that have something really important they need to deliver, bring to the world. And so this person right here is no different. So what I want you to do is, while I'm breaking down this person's top 10 and bottom 5, is think about you, okay? So I'm gonna do this for just 15 minutes and then I gotta run. So let me bring up my whiteboard and let's start, let's go. So this person's, I got it here. Remember, go to readmystrengths.com to get your strengths reports submitted. So this person right here, number 1 strength is, kept it too far away from me. All right, here we go. Number 1 is a learner. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to color code this to help you all really understand this, okay? And then we'll do 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Now, we need to know them all, my friends. Don't just get the top 5. It's not good enough. You need to know them all. All right, here we go. So learner. I want you to see what I see. This is awesome. So futuristic. Adaptability. Okay, adaptability, which is a blue. Now, what we're looking at here is the domains. The red, the colors, the blue and red, this is the domains. These are the main desires of these strengths. Connectedness. So we can already see that this person here wants to think, create, and learn, and definitely wants to connect with people. So let's find out. Oh my gosh, this is a distraction. Okay, number 5 is actually, I messed that up. Oh, darn it, I already made a mistake. Dun, dun, dun. Connectedness is number 5. And that's really crucial. Number 4 is adaptability. I'm already messing this up. I love it. I love it. All right. Let's see who this person is, right? Adaptability. Okay. Okay, number 2 is developer. My goodness, Eddie. Like, could you have screwed this up better? Like I'm a champ. I'm a champ. Like, if I mess something up, I really mess it up. 2 is developer. Okay. All right. Definitely this person's a relationship builder. This person is a futuristic, is here. There we go. Now we got that straightened out. Number 6 is individualization. All right. Do you see that? Do you all seen this pattern here. All right, this person is a relationship builder. So I can already see that this person can really do a great job of connecting with people. And then there are some areas, oh my goodness, look at this, another red one. We could just stop right there. Like, holy cow, we got this person nailed down. Oh, we got one more relationship builder, holy cow. Includer, a core, of course, and ideation. Oh my gosh, look at this. It's all red and blue. I don't see this very often, my friends. I really don't. This is kind of unusual. Now, when it comes to the bottom strengths, it doesn't really matter what the domain is. It's just the strength itself. So harmony. So I'm just going to go black on these. Achiever. I know a lot of people will look at the colors on the bottom ones and you don't understand it. Just like these bottom ones, it doesn't really matter what the domain is. It just matters how it's being used. So competition, this person is definitely de-energized by, oh my gosh, I spelled that terrible. This person is de-energized by comparison. So this is the first thing I would tell this person right away is please do not compare yourself to anyone. It's going to end you. Discipline and consistency. All right, here we go. So my friends, if you've got these strengths similar, you're going to learn a lot here today. And we're going to take 10 minutes on this, and then we're going to break this one down. So this person here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strategic thinking strengths, and one, holy cow, I have never, all right, I have seen 12 to 1,500 strengths reports, okay, in the last year and a half, easily. And I have never seen this. Ever. And of course, I've never seen anybody. I've never seen everybody's, right? But I've never seen a combination like this. This is really unique. Okay. And then we've got these. Now, what's not unique is the bottom strengths in relationship to the top ones. Typically, relationship builders have consistency and discipline and competition and achiever low. It's a very common thing for dominant relationship builders to have low. So let me just talk about this person. Let's pretend that this person is a whatever it is they want. They're trying to improve their health. They're trying to improve their life and business. They're trying to improve their relationships, and they're trying to improve their belief in themselves. Some people are having trouble getting into the site. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like I said, just I have another post on my Facebook page if you want to go back there and do it later. It's totally fine. You'll find that link. But anyway, let's get started. So what I want everybody to see here is this is a person who wants to spend time in their head and they want to spend time with other people. So with 5 and 5 like this, I would bet that this person's best, like favorite day would be half the day alone, half the day with people they care about, which is a lot of people. How do we know it's a lot of people? Because they've got includer. Okay, and the difference between includer and relator is that includer likes a large group or is welcoming to a large group, right? More welcoming, versus a relator who's not really a big fan of large groups, prefers small groups. So if you're looking at this person here, when you're looking at this person here, they're very thoughtful, philosophical. They love to gather information. They're visual learners, obviously. And so when we got these here, so how did this, now, by the way, I put this in order of strategic thinking and relationship building. Strategic thinking first, relationship building second, only because they're number 1 and number 2. Truthfully, this person could do either one first. So what we got here is we've got learner and input, which makes sense because she's also got an includer, which means that this person is not a person who likes to filter people or information. Okay. Let me explain this. This person is not picky. They are willing to open themselves up to just about anything. And now, yes, of course, some of you might think that's bad, but it's not for her. It's actually very good. It's opened her up to a lot of possibilities, a lot of experiences, okay? Which means that she's experiences a lot more than the average person. She's probably seen more. been around a lot more people and opened herself up to it. And of course, that leaves her vulnerable to being hurt. Of course, that leaves her vulnerable to being rejected. Of course, but for her, she prefers that. She prefers to take that risk, that chance. Oh, I said she. That's about all I'm going to give you, my friends. That's it. So this person this person prefers to take the chance of opening, themselves up. Because look at this. So what is learner and input? Learner is taking information specifically for you. It's an internal strength. Input is taking information in for others. It's an external strength. So they gather information for other people, and she gathers information for herself, right? So she is a gatherer of information. And with includer, she's also a gatherer of people, where she goes with the flow. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is the kind of person that every one of you would want to hang out with. I promise you. With developer, adaptability, connectedness, these strengths are very peaceful. I don't want anything from you. I don't demand anything from you. I'm just here for you. I want to be around you. I want to love on you. I want to compliment you. I want to encourage you. I want to go with the flow. Do you feel this? And it's all connected. It's all happening for a reason, right? Everything is connected. So this person is obviously very spiritual. Right? So I want you to start feeling there's a flow. Now, I'm going to talk about how a person like this can make lots of money, have lots of great relationships, powerful ones, move themselves forward and get their health in order and so on. I know a lot of people think that just going with the flow is going to harm people. The truth is that this person can aim their abilities to go with the flow. Okay, I'll wrap it up. I'll wrap up with the bottom strengths and I'll kind of apply it real quick. So with with connectedness at number 5, everything happens for a reason. And so let's pretend I'm trying to challenge this person to grow a business right now. All right. So if I'm going to challenge this person to grow a business, I will stop and I'll say something like this. And I'll say, okay, let's stop for a moment. I want you to close your eyes. And let's say this person's job is to sell a product. Okay. Or doTERRA or whatever. And what I would tell this person is say, okay, close your eyes, breathe. And I want you to think of just 3 people off the top of your head that are not involved in your business. They're not customers. They're not involved. They don't even know they probably don't even know what you do. Just close your eyes and think of 3 people. And it'll take them maybe, 15 seconds. And I'll say, okay, got it? Yep. Okay, I want you to write those names down. And they'll write the names down. And then I'll say, okay, your job today. Well, I'll say this first, because they have connectedness at number 5. This is going to make them crazy. This will put them right into action. I'll say, okay, how many people do you know? And they'll say, and this person right here will say, I know hundreds and hundreds of people. This is a person who knows everybody. Okay. I know hundreds and hundreds of people. Okay, great. Out of the hundreds and hundreds of people that you know, why did these 3 people come up in your head? And they won't know how to answer that. They won't. I don't know. I have no idea why those 3 came up your head. But you do know that things happen for a reason, don't you? And this person will say, yeah, because their number 5 is connectedness. It rules everything about them. And then they'll say, yeah, I do believe that everything happens for a reason. I said, okay, here's your job today. Contact these 3 people with no agenda, because you're a relationship builder. Best to just contact them with no agenda and find out why they popped up in your head. If any one of these 3 or all 3 have some sort of problems that you can solve with your products or business, it is now your responsibility to introduce them to it with a sample or an invitation to come to a training or a learning opportunity or whatever. If they tell you they've got a problem after you've contacted them, just to see, why did they come up in your life, in your head? Where you are going to, and I'll tell this person, where you are going to fall flat on your face, where you are going to keep you from being able to help other people, is when you start to compare yourself to others. This is what will keep you from helping people, is when this person here with competition low, if you start to compare yourself to other people, you're going to get in the way. And those 3 people who might need your help will never get your help. Okay? You're going to keep yourself in the way. You're going to get in the way if you think it's about you. That's your achiever. If you think it's about you, if you make it about you, like, oh, I'm worried about what they're going to think about me, or I'm worried that I'm going to put our relationship at risk. I'm worried that it's going to be about me. If you do that with achiever low, it'll keep you from bringing value to the world, to helping other people. Last one. If you think that it's your job to treat everybody the same with consistency at number 34, if you think that you should treat everyone the same, you're going to kill your energy there too. But if you go in with this with a desire to learn, right? A desire to learn, a desire to compliment people in a way that honors your vision of the future, to go with the flow, to see how everything happens for a reason, to focus on the unique qualities of the people that you talk to gather information for other people, to see the best way to do things and pick the best one every single time, while making sure everyone has a voice that gets heard and you get fascinated with every single idea that gets presented. When you go with the flow in that way, applying your strengths, you can build a massive business, and you can improve the quality of the relationships around you. You can improve your health, because doing things this way energizes you. It actually improves and contributes to the overall health of your body. And ultimately, by taking credit for the part that you played in that person's growth and support and moving forward, by just connecting with them, you will finally believe that who you are is all you ever have to be. That's the goal, my friends. All right. I hope you all got a lot of value from this. I'm just going to tell you right now, I want you to think about the kind of person that I talked about. This person's amazing, and the world needs their help. And the worst thing that this person can do is get in their own way by making it about them.